Hi, Chloe. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What are you reading?
I'm reading Black in Time by Alison Hammond's Black history book, basically.
Good. Do you read a lot?
Yeah, I read all the time. I read so many different things. My main favourites are historical fiction, any sort of history really, and finance books.
Okay, so what are you reading at the moment?
So I'm reading Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, which is a very, very good book. I'd highly recommend.
Okay. And who would you recommend it to and why?
I'd actually recommend it to everyone, but particularly young people. I feel like it's a great book to read about navigating finances, money, etc.
And do you work with a lot of money in the role that you do here at Lancet?
Yeah, so I'm a commercial portfolio manager in the workplace team. So my job is all about money and driving income.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about a workplace asset manager?
Yeah, sure. So it's basically driving the strategy of our portfolio. So I have a portfolio of offices in central London, and my job is to add value, drive income, and retain our customers.
One of the things that I've noticed actually is that there are a lot of offices that look like the inside of someone's living room. Is that intentional?
100%. Nowadays, offices are not just desks and chairs. They're all about amenity. You have to entice people to come into the office, right? Because people can work from home now and it's easier to work from home now. So having a reason to come to office is a key part of my job. And I think office asset management is becoming more and more creative by the day, which is really exciting.
So what type of features would you typically find in one of your office blocks?
So we always make sure that we have a great reception space. It's such a nice space for people to come in. It's becoming more co-working style now as well. So a lot of people, if they don't want to do their meetings or their calls in their office, they might come to a reception space, do a casual meeting there. Gyms and wellness amenity is very important. So we just launched a building in King's Cross, which has its own gym for the tenants, as well as a yoga studio, great coffee. Everyone needs coffee in the morning.
Definitely.
So we always ensure we have the best coffee in our spaces, and we work with charity partners to do that as well. And the list is endless, really. So there's so many different things you can put in an office building nowadays.
Yeah, I'm just loving the plants. It really does bring the outside in. It's really wonderful. Yes, wonderful. So tell me a little bit about what you were doing before you became a workplace asset manager.
So at university, I studied French and Spanish, which is very different to what I do. I fell into property completely by accident. I lived in Valencia and Paris for a year, which was amazing. And as part of that, I did a property internship. So that's how I fell into it.
Oh, very varied. So do you speak fluent French?
Yeah, I speak fluent French, fluent-ish Spanish. I would say
Okay.
I've lost it a
Okay,
bit,
okay.
but yeah, it's been great skills that I've learned in the workplace world as well. So I would say any skill that you get from any degree can be transferable to property.
So you said that did you say you're a chartered surveyor?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about that qualification.
So in order to become a chartered surveyor, you have to do an RICS accredited degree. I didn't do that at first, so once I came back from Paris, I started looking at non-cognate graduate schemes, which basically means they'll fund your masters and you'll do it part-time along the graduate scheme. It wasn't easy, it's very competitive, but I'm so glad that I pushed through because it was the best thing that I ever did. And then I got my masters, finished a grad scheme and qualified.
Wonderful. Congratulations. That was going to be your next question. Like, what is the thing that you're most proud of?
Definitely passing my APC. It was a lot of work. working full time and doing a part-time master's isn't for the week, but it was the best thing I've ever done. And once you have that qualification, no one can take it away from you.
Yeah,
So
that's so true. And what would you say to anybody who's interested in getting into the real estate industry?
I would say, go for it. It's the best industry, in my opinion, that you can go into because there are so many different things that you can do. I think a lot of people think real estate is just selling and buying homes. They don't even know about commercial real estate, offices, retail, etc. Um, and you can go into marketing, you can go into development, you can go into leasing, you can go into asset management. So I really do think there's a career for everyone in real estate.
Yeah, it's very varied. And what would you say to any young person who's needing to develop a particular skill? Like, what skill would you say that is really important to develop right now?
I think interpersonal and social skills are so important because whatever career anyone decides to go down, they're going to need that skill. Relationships are so important in the corporate world. And when I was at university, I had a mentor, and the biggest advice he said to me was join a debate team because it will improve your confidence, it will improve your public speaking, and it means that you can converse with people better. And I think that was the best thing I've ever done. So I would give that advice as well.
Yeah, that's really good advice. And we've heard a lot today about the importance of social skills and networking. Is there anything that you would like to share about the importance of networking?
Yeah, so I would say networking has basically helped my whole career. When I was a chartered surveyor, the reason that I got into asset management is through networking because one of our clients at the time I was working for decided to offer me a job, and that was purely because we'd built that relationship as well as they'd seen my work. But that didn't come through LinkedIn or a job advert, that just came through networking. So you wouldn't believe the opportunities you can get by talking to people, basically.
That's amazing. So what tip would you give to any young person who's going to start out professional networking?
I would say don't be scared to do anything. Be bold and be yourself. I was so worried when I was younger about looking stupid or saying the wrong thing or being out there, but people just really appreciate courage. And if you're able to reach out to someone and ask them for advice, if they reply, you could get the best advice ever. So it's just all about putting yourself out there and being open-minded to opportunities.
Wonderful. And what are you doing for the rest of the day, Chloe?
A lot of meetings, but I can't complain really because I love talking to people. So yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I'll let you go off to your
Thank you
meetings,
so
but lovely
much.
to talk to you.
Nice to
You take
see
care.
you.